Good afternoon guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another course management session out here at Woolley Park. So we're on the back nine. As you all seen so far on the back nine, it's a little bit of a test out here. A few longer holes. There's not as many easy short par fours as there is starting on the front nine, so we have to plot our way around a little bit more strategically. So we're on stroke index 3, 460 yards. On this occasion we are very lucky, it is downwind, so that is it's never downwind. So we're lucky here that we're going to be able to get our drive a little bit further down there, but just because it's downwind doesn't instantly mean we need to start to try and hit it a lot harder. What I see there is people think, oh, I can get within 100 yards or I can get within 150, and then they carve it out to the right, or they get the James Robinson, the quick left. So I'm going to use the right hand side of the tee box, play for my normal shape. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to try and hit a big towering draw because I could stand here all day and wouldn't be able to play that. So I'm going to stick to what I know, a little fade down there. So we'll start the ball down the left hand side of the hole, and again the key here is making sure that we commit to that. Keep the shot shape we know, commit to the swing, and again swing in balance, hold your finish. Again, started towards the centre, it's moved towards the right hand side of the fairway, probably just into the rough. I'm able then to have a good angle into this hole and get it down there. I've not put myself into trouble, I've not tried to overhit that just because the wind is down and he's helping me. I'm still trying to play the same shot as I would whether the wind was into or no wind. So, ran out a little bit, it's gone through the rough. But again, because I've aimed down the left hand side of the fairway, I have over faded that, but because I've got the correct start line, it's ended up okay still. So I've still got a shot into the green. So that's going to round about 310. It is downwind in the foliage there, James. It is downwind. It hasn't gone much further than I would hit it normally, but that's because the ball's going to get knocked down a little bit by the wind. I've also come through the rough and into the thicker stuff. But one thing we need to look at now is if James does zoom into where the flag position is, there is not much green there at all for me to attack. So again, a lot of people will get down here, they start to think, oh God, I've got my drive away, I've done well, I can attack this flag, but if you go long of the flag, it's pretty much dead, unfortunately there. So we want to be looking straight away for the middle of the green. If we give ourselves a 30-foot putt in, something inside 30 feet from here, we've hit a good shot, we're going to be able to get out of here with a par. And a par on this hole is good, it's stroke index 3, getting out of there anytime with a par is going to be good. Right, so I'm going to go pitching wedge from here. It is 155 yards, a little bit downhill. It is downwind. I was waiting for James to say they are strong lofts. But again, also, we're now looking at what kind of lie we've got. We've got a lot of grass around the ball, and with grass interference between the club face and the ball, sometimes we can get a flyer. And that's where the ball's going to come off a little bit hotter. It's going to jump, and it's going to go past the hole. And again, this is where I could take dead aim at the hole, get a flyer, it flies straight over the back of the green, it's never to be seen again. Whereas if I go towards the middle of the green, behind the foliage, there's a little bit more green to work with. So if it runs out a little bit, if it carries a little bit further, it's still going to be landing soft onto the green. So again, with this, I need to commit to this shot. So this can easily turn your club over. So commit, nice and committed, plenty of speed. And that's come out pretty well. Middle of the green. Ran out a little bit, as we James thinks he's David Attenborough. That has run out a little bit like I expected to. It didn't have much spin from the rough. It bounced probably on the first third and it's ran out to the back of the green. But if I'd have gone straight at the flag, when we get down there, you'll see that I'll have gone over the back of the green and would have left me a tricky chip shot or a funky putt. Right, so not a bad shot there, but we're going to get James back in like last week. We're going to get him just over the back of the green there. So what club would you be going to?
We all know what club I'm going to, Chris.
So James will be going 60, trying to land it on the green.
The shot you really wouldn't want to be is that bunker.
Yeah, again, bunker here to this flag, short-sided. So if you've gone at it and you normally hit a fade and you've left it open, It'll be a very difficult shot. So James is going to play 2 here, so he's going to
The
play
one thing that makes this even more difficult is the grass is into you. So that makes it like already a bit of squeaky bum time with a lob wedge.
Yeah, so the grass is into him here, so the club could dig, so we have to get perfect
Like
contact.
that. But I almost got in my own head there straight away.
That's a
with the
prime
shot.
example of how we have to use the bounce. If you get a little bit drivey, if the leading edge is ahead, it's going to dig in there, and it's going to be a very difficult shot. So there you go, he's got a little bit more speed, a little bit more bounce, but still wouldn't be favouring getting up and down. But this bunker shot, short-sided. James is a bit of a wizard out of the bunker. Pretty good shot from there. He would take that, would be inside tour average, but you see how difficult if we miss in the wrong place. I've played safe, played to the middle, I've got a 20-foot putt there. That's the safe play that's going to get me out with a par. We're downwind, with stroke index 3. We want to make it as easy and get out of here as we've got another hard hole to follow. A downhill putt, not the easiest of putts here that I've left myself, but again this green pretty slopey. It's a tough green as it is. Giving myself this chance from here, I'll be backing myself to 2-putt, and that's better than being back of the green into the grain like we saw with James, or short-sided in the bunker. 2 very difficult shots, and even with good shots, you're leaving yourself with an outside chance. You're leaving yourself at best with maybe 6 feet, 8 feet, which we're looking at 8 foot, we're looking at 50-50 for tour average. We're going to say, as a rule, the majority of mid-handicap golfers aren't going to hole out from there. So we're quickly turning a good drive into potentially a bogey.
A good drive.
Well, I struck it well. Right, now let's give this a chance. So just got it down there. It broke a lot more than I thought, but I've got it down that hill. I'll finish this one off because I know if I don't finish it off, James will be like we're giving gimmies from anywhere. So even on this one, let's line it up, give it the time that it deserves. We've seen the previous putt has moved quite a lot. Let's be nice and positive over this. Keep the practice swings in there. Don't go away from your process. Make sure we commit and hit that with a good pace. So guys, stroke index 3 there, downhill, downwind. We've played safe. After the drive I started down the left, it did fade more than I wanted it to. I've got into a thick lie where I could get a flyer, but then I've thought about what's the sensible play from there. What's the percentage? The middle of the green takes out any trouble. I've looked at where the flag is, and knowing your golf course, like I know Woolley, I knew if I went a little bit long, it's going to give me a very difficult chip shot. Also, if I miss to the right, it's short-sided. Start to think about, if you are in trouble, think about where the best place to miss is or where the best place to be. Just like last week, all the green is that side. If I'm on the green, I'm going to be able to give myself a good chance at getting out of here with a par, and at worst a bogey, which is not a bad score on stroke index 3. Next week we'll be looking at hole number 13, which is also a very difficult par 4 uphill, and we'll be looking at one key thing that I see from a lot of people when we're playing an uphill hole. So guys, thank you very much for watching. See you again later in the week.